This video is in a paid partnership with BetterHelp. Hello and welcome back to The Average. Today we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour because somebody said, why haven't you done a sketchbook tour in a while? And I was like, you know what, you're right. And then I remembered I haven't finished a sketchbook because it's been nearly a year and a half, and that's probably why I haven't filmed any sketchbook tours. But anyway, let's get into it. First of all, I get questions on what I use. So this is the MD notebook Midori A4. It's very thin paper, but I like it. It holds alcohol markers really well, which is something that I really enjoy, and I really like the way it makes paint look, the textures it gives me. Beginning of this sketchbook, I was very much into my alcohol markers and pencils as usual, drawing monarchs and stuff. This was testing some pens, some Lego pens that I got and I made a TikTok of. If you're interested in that, I kind of copy the style of Quentin Bake a little bit, or tried to anyway. Here's some research. Is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? If you have any issues like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a person that lives in this difficult world and trying to navigate through it, then therapy can give you the tools to approach your life in a different way. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy accessible, and this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be hard. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easy because it's online, it's remote, and just by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you with a credentialized therapist in as little as a few days. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. There's a link in my description. It's betterhelp.com/averageartist. Clicking that link helps support this channel, but it also gives you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp, so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. And because finding a therapist is sometimes difficult and it doesn't always fit, quite common to find that you might want to change your therapist, so you can easily switch to a different therapist at no additional cost. So if you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/averageartist. Thank you again to BetterHelp for supporting this channel. These were a set of postcards that I did that I really enjoyed making. They're kind of a play on Wish You Were Here postcards that you can get. So they say Wish You Weren't Here, and they're based off horror movies, so Jaws and Friday the 13th. I had to think then, I was like, which one is this? I was going to say Camp Crystal Lake, but that didn't make sense. Also did one for The Shining. This is probably my least favourite one, the way it turned out, but I love these two. I did some character design, just trying to push my characters a little bit. Don't know. I kind of enjoy these pictures. I like this character, like her shapes. This was a drawing of me on the train. I really like the style of this one, and I think it would be really cool to do like a full image of that, but I don't know what for, other than just enjoying it. This was a complete doodle page. I think this was with like my brother-in-law and Chris. We were having lunch, so we were just all doodling on the same page, which is kind of nice. I like doing that because then you can reflect on where you went. These are some gem pages. I got really into drawing gems for some reason. I was like, I love gems now. I mean, I still love gems. I think I went to a market yesterday and there was these boxes of like these little rings that were like plastic. You know those plastic rings with like gems on them that are like moon shaped, and I was like, love them, I love them so much, even though they're just cheap little plastic. Again, just playing the style. I think these are watercolor, pencil, inks. Yeah, just pushing it. Again, drawing some period ladies in costume. Still really enjoy doing these. I think my favorite thing to do was to go to like a castle in the UK and look at portraits and then copy them. These weren't that, but I just thought I'd bring that up. Taylor Swift, some random woman. I think I was super art blocked here. I was like, whatever. And then, yeah, okay, this page is, you can see it's so thin, the paper, so this stuff goes through. This is when I started to get the idea for Picture This, which is my last horror comic that I did. And I was just writing ideas and drew a picture of this and a picture of my... Then I was like, wait, is that a picture of my, has this thrift store always been here? Like this mystical thrift store? And I even wrote out the idea of it looking like her relative. So it was like, Mum, does this look like you? Why are you showing me this blurry photo? It was like, huh, what? So this was the initial idea concepting for Picture This. And then I wrote Picture This, and then also String, which is going to be the haunted water park. I just wrote the beats out of the story like really fast, and it really helped me understand what the story was about. So I still need to do String, which I think is just going to be so fun to do and stylized, because it's going to be set in the, I think I said 50s. I think it's set in the 50s. Well, it can change, but it's going to be set in the past, and it's going to be all about this kind of haunted water park, which just sounds fun, right? So yeah, here I am. I think I copied these, studied another artist. Sorry, I didn't write down think it's from a book actually, Poe's book. Here, this was an influencer. She's a photographer in New York, and it was really cool because I saw her on the latest Real Housewives of New York City taking a photograph of someone, and I was like, oh, I know her, but I don't know her, but I know her. So funny. These are the thumbnails for Picture This. Really helpful. I would certainly suggest, if you want to make a comic, well, this is my process anyway, I think it's really helpful. So I wrote the beats out, what happens, the most crucial like beats, not like every panel, just like a woman is in an old antique store. She sees an image of someone who looks like a grandma, she takes it home, FaceTimes her mum, photo's blurry, woman disappears from photo. So like just seriously, just like simple beats, and then from that we tried to figure out the pages. The thumbnails are the most difficult bit because this is kind of like the whole heart, how your story is going to look. So these can always change. As you can see here, I've swapped pages, I've swapped panels, but this is basically how it looks in the end. I've added a lot more pages because of the way the story ends, but this was my initial character design for the main character, and then I was looking at doing different styles for how it would look in the end. I don't really follow this style so much. This is more watercolor than I was using alcohol markers more because that's kind of what I've done in the past. But I was thinking maybe I could push it a little bit more, but I didn't. I went back to good old fashioned pencils and alcohol marker, but I explored maybe different ideas. This was for a sketch thing at work where on Fridays sometimes we do like a sketching session, and we had this character to redraw. So this isn't my character or anything, but I redrew it in my style. This is more character design for my character in Picture This. It actually turned out to look like this, so that's her. Slightly different, let me show you, because this is the final design, and she actually turned out to look like this. So kind of similar, but a little bit different. It was great. I think I stuck to these, the skin and everything, the skin colour here for the colours, so that was interesting to do. This was a sketchbook spread that I did. I think I did a video on this. Pinterest board, I'll link that here if you want to watch that. Again, more character design. This is from a TikTok, and it was like this woman dancing, and then she pulls her t-shirt up and there's like a long ball gown and she's like running. You've probably seen that trend, and it's very, I loved it. So I was just like trying to draw the stills of it, like pausing it every 5 seconds because I thought it was really interesting, her like facial expressions and things. I really like this drawing. I thought it was cool. It gave me the idea to have my character always wearing baggy clothes. These are just thumbnails to something. Can't remember what for, and just random drawings, thumbnails for stuff for YouTube. This was the first sketch I did for the pattern for the insert into my book. So it did turn out like that. But this is the first version of it. I drew that twice for some reason. This was the print. I don't know where I redrew it. I don't know if I redrew this in the sketchbook. I don't think I did. I think I did it on a different piece of paper. But yeah, this is how it turned out. I really like it. It's just a fun little thing. We did this thing on Instagram where people picked an object and I told them the haunted story behind it. I found it really fun to do that because it was just like a really fun exercise in storytelling as well. So I had to think of something unique for every item, like what was its haunted story. Here I was experimenting with what I could use for the story. Again, I didn't use ink. I was really considering using ink, but I just went back to black pencil and alcohol markers because they're just my go-to, I suppose. There's more tests, what this character would look like in this background. Don't know why I did that, just for fun, I guess. I was really into using my ink pen, my fountain pen that I bought, and these are some like sticker ideas. I don't know, I just really enjoyed using it, and it was working with alcohol markers as well, so that was really interesting. In my family we have this running joke that you will get a toilet roll for your Christmas present if you're like naughty, so it's kind of our version of I don't know, so I was going to make a little sticker that'd be like your Christmas present and then a little toilet roll. I don't know why. I made a pin out of these, so that was fun. Some more ink stuff with just colours, nice colours. I did a paper art for an idea for string. We wanted a haunted water park image. Made a sticker of this little guy, and it's very cute. People liked it. Mochi looks a bit insane there, so on the other side I think I drew over it again with kind of what her face would look like. Don't know what this page is. Sometimes pages are just like completely just a little thing, and it doesn't matter. Really loved drawing with the ink pen. I felt like it was really good. I think I should pick this up again. It was very nice. I really like some of these stickers, some of these images of the cats. Like this one at Pesto is so sweet. I think it just really captures her quite well. You can see kind of a trend of me using that pen, and then some more pencils. I think I was really into drawing my cats at the time. I mean, I'm always into drawing my cats, but I think it was just a really like great way for me to like unstuck my art block. Really wanted to make these little cute stickers of Pesto, and I still kind of do, because I think they would make cute little like flake stickers. Tried to do something a bit different here. This is a print from Megan Wang. Very much like it. I look at it a lot for inspiration. I think I supported her Patreon for a few months, so really like that style. Some more ink stuff. I think this was when I used the black ink instead of the blue, and I really like this one of Gigi. I think it just, yeah, sometimes it just captures them really well, and I just think it's really sweet. And I would really like to make stickers of these. I think I should. But yeah, Pesto, very cute. Alien Pesto, she kind of looks like Mewtwo there. Not everything's golden. Have you heard of the thrift store killer? I think this was my idea of picture this. In the beginning, I decided to add this little scene with these two women who are obviously making a true crime podcast. So it starts off with like, it's a dark tale, go on, it's a super juicy one. Now I'm excited. It says this is the mystery of the picture frame murder. So you already kind of know that something very bad is going to happen, and that's the kind of vibe that I wanted to go with. Just made sense at the time. I think here I was just trying to draw what those women would look like. Also the cover, what I wanted the cover to look like. I knew I wanted the bride, I guess we'll call her, on the cover. So this is how it turned out. I didn't know if I wanted her facing away with just like her eye looking out, or if I wanted my main character falling. I don't know why I always had this idea of having a character falling down a page. I just don't know why. Don't know if it's effective. More Pesto. It's very funny. I go from like horror to drawing cute cats in this really like cutesy style. I think this is when she was asleep on my desk, and it's very cute. Or Chris's desk actually. This was, like I said, a portrait from a gallery somewhere, so I just copied it in my style. I thought it was really cool. There were some thumbnails of the main character falling. Like I said, I wanted to maybe do that for the cover. Changed my mind. This is some little illustrations from an old horror comic I wanted to revisit, and it's kind of one of my characters like beckoning you in with her bloody hands. So if you've read that, Slow Disappearance, then you might know why. Here's a little gouache image of Mochi, which I really think is quite sweet. Here are some sketches. These are rough sketches, thumbnails, because I needed to thumbnail out that scene. Like I said, when I added the podcast story bit, I needed to figure out how it would work and what happens at the end. So, because these girls come back for the end of the story. I'm writing a book called How to Kill a King at the moment, and editing it at the moment. I've got an illustrator who's going to do the cover design for me. But this was just some thumbnails ideas for what I wanted it to look like. How to Kill a King. So yeah, I wanted to make a zine, so I was thinking of all my favourite horror books that I've read. Maybe I could make a zine out of that. Still kind of into that idea, so watch this space. Some more cats, books and cats, kind of girly. I wanted to make like a sticker like this, but I just didn't end up looking how I wanted it to look, I think. These were for my stamp video for Howl's Moving Castle. This was the oil pastels that I tried that I absolutely hated. And then we got to the water-soluble pastels that I really liked. I really like using them. I thought it was very fun. There's these strawberries and stuff. Very, very fun. Great to break out of art block. And that's it. So I had a massive move. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I would really like to... Reflecting on this sketchbook, it's like I would really like to pick up String again, the Haunted Water Park comic. I think that's something I need to do, but I also need to finish editing How to Kill a King, which is a cozy fantasy book, I would call it that. Let me know if you're interested in being a beta reader for that. Also, I made these, I don't know where I obviously didn't work off the sketchbook for this, but I made some stickers that glow in the dark for the Kickstarter, and then also this is the keychain that I made of the bride and how she really looks. She's a demon! Yeah, so that is my sketchbook tour, and I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. Thank you again to BetterHelp, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!